Hello and welcome to your second weekly installment of the LGBTQ weekly pick a card tarot for the month of June to celebrate LGBTQ month. Today you are actually going to pick a God and Titan. So which one are you drawn to? Your pile will be underneath to get your message from Spirit. Now, whatever is on these, like there's Garuda, his travel, there's Jade Emperor, organization, Eris, war, and Vulcan, inventiveness. So the messages underneath could be completely different though. Like if you were feeling like in a war mood, you're like, yeah, I really want to get something about war energy. It could be the complete opposite. But if this card speaks to you, says pick me up, then it's obviously yours. So I'm going to hold each one of these up so you can really look at them and feel the energy. Perhaps it's the figure in the card, the colors, the name, the indication on it for travel. So that would be the first one. And these will be time stamped in the description as well. So then there's Jade Emperor, organization. Eris, Mars. Oh, Eris, Mars. Eris, war. But it's kind of the same thing, I guess. Vulcan, inventiveness. Okay, so you can take a moment. You can pause if you need to and go back and look at each one and see which one calls to you. So that was first, second, third, and fourth. So I'm going to get started with your reading. So go into the description and find your timestamp and pick your pile. And we'll get started with the first one, Garuda, travel. So what does Garuda have for us here today? We have the Protector 3, which is like the Empress in the regular tarot. So this is the gay tarot deck that I've got. And your second one is Temperance. Oh, you got two major arcana. That's starting off really well. The untamed animal spirit is the Swan. That's water energy. So if you are wondering about different energies, like I would say, like this one could be like Aries. If it's the Empress, the Emperor and the Empress are Aries, different feminine and masculine energies. The Temperance is, I believe it's Sagittarius. And the Swan is water sign. So you're looking at something in the cups would be like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So now this is your energy oracle card. So this is like the overall energy coming towards you or around you for the following week. So adjacent possibilities. Well, that's kind of good. Doors are open. Doors are opening. And your Shaman Oracle card is the Sun. And that this card is just as good as the Sun in the regular tarot deck. I'm going to talk about this one briefly, and then I'm going to talk about Temperance and the Swan together. So this is just a very nurturing energy. This is a very nurturing you. Could be something that you've been nurturing. Could be something that you've been nurturing in terms of a person in your life or a situation or a relationship, or it could be a business project or a work project that you've put a lot of yourself into and that you've been nurturing. So it's just speaking of this energy that you've sort of produced in a sense. If you haven't actually produced it, it's definitely coming towards you with this card. And what's interesting is that we have it just after, or just before we get Temperance and the Swan. So Temperance is a bit about balance, energy coming forward. You can see like he's sort of balancing the pan and the bowl with the whatever liquid. Maybe it's an omelet or a pancake mix, crepes, who knows what he's making. But there's balance, but there's also slow movement in this. So this could be, to me, a project that you're seeking to get balance in. Maybe there's something new that we would like to learn about, a course. but yet it has something to do with nurturing. It has something to do with this nurturing aspect of yourself. Maybe working with kids. It's going to be very open to whoever's picked this pile. So try to, what we want to really do is look at the deeper, the broader, I guess, message from the card. So something's coming towards you. With Temperance, it's coming. It's coming. And you've sort of made this choice in a way to go in this direction. And there's balance here. And the Swan card speaks of balance as well. And self-reflection and going deeper within oneself. And I feel that whatever it is that you would like to work on or are working on, it's a deeper part of yourself involved in this. With adjacent possibilities. Now, a lot of times there's possibilities that we're not aware of. And this could be what's bringing this energy towards you. So an example of this could be, you know, if you're just walking down the street, you're walking the dog, let's say, and somebody stops to pet the dog because they like your dog. It's so cute. And then they start talking with you. And before you know it, this person is best friends with, let's say, the person who owns a business that you've been trying to get connected with, or, you know, you're trying to get in to do an interview, or the place you've always wanted to work, or they're best friends with someone that you maybe were madly in love with 10 years ago and you have not seen them. You've lost all contact with them. You lost, let's say your phone crapped out 5 years ago and you lost all contact information. You don't know how to get in touch with this person. This person knows them. So that's sort of the energy with this adjacent possibilities. You could be walking down this hallway and all of a sudden this door opens, like, oh, what the heck? I can't believe that. What are the chances of that happening? So that's sort of the energy that is around you with this something that you desire deeply, that you nurture within yourself and give to others. And a passion too. I'm getting passion. Anyone who wants to, like, this guy is portrayed as a chef. That's a lot of passion. That's a lot of work. If you've ever been in like a commercial or industrial kitchen, like, those guys are on their feet like 12 hours or more a day. It's just insane. That has to be driven by passion, right? So this may be a hard project that you want to do or want to experience, but your passion is what will drive it and give you the energy. And with the Sun, this is just bountiful, bountiful, bountiful energy. So if you continue to drive yourself with what it is that you have this deeper passion for, this nurturing side of you, and if you're not too sure about it, this is where Swan also comes in to ask you to look deeply within yourself. Look deeply within yourself. Think about what situations have made you feel really fulfilled and which situations have not. Which relationships or work environments have made you feel really fulfilled. Because we can choose a work environment to go to because the pay is absolutely amazing, but you get in there and you just can't stand it. You just don't jive with any of the people, the company policies. They just don't work with your own morals, right? Like, so it's really important. The Sun won't shine strongly for you unless you really go deeply and do what nurtures you. But the Sun is shining for you, so it's coming. All right, so that was the first one. Let me know what you thought of that. Leave a comment. That was Garuda, travel. So our next one, the second one, is the Jade Emperor, organization. So your first gay tarot card is Ace of Coins. Nice. Your second gay tarot is the Three of Wands. Aww. Your wild untamed animal spirit is the horse. So this guy's been coming around a lot in readings. I love the energy of this horse. This stallion is just, he's great. He's so powerful and so solid and grounded. So this is your energy oracle card. So this is the overall energy that is around you for the following week, or energy that you may not be aware of, or supporting energies. Ooh, very supportive. The Angel of Strength. It's a little bit like the Strength card in the tarot. So it's kind of Leo based. Leo energy, but mostly the message is about strength for you. Your Shaman Oracle card is the Andean Cross. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. I'm definitely getting the message that something new is coming in for you. Something new is coming in and something old is going out. There we go, no reflection. So with this Ace of Coins, this is brand new stuff coming in for you, and it's almost like magic, right? It comes just flying out of this top hat. So it's almost magic. It's something that you wouldn't think could be possible, that could come through. Could be financial. It's definitely something physical. So it can be anything. It's like literally, it's not just necessarily, I wouldn't say that it's feelings or deep desires. It could be something that you've had a deep desire for that manifests into the physical, and then that comes towards you. You actually get this physical thing that you've been imagining about. It's coming out of this top hat. Yeah, you're getting it, you're receiving it at the same time that you're letting something else go. Now, you're letting something else go here. You see how this little girl has been growing up? Aww. It's so sweet. I have a little kid, so I find this very touching. There comes a point where, you know, you've worked so hard at something, you've really nurtured something, tried to do your best at it, and the time has come. It could be a project, it could be a child. The time has come to release it, to let it go and be on its own. The point is that your energy involvement in it is sort of, it's not completely done. For some of you it might be. I mean, if it's a child, it's not really completely done, because you're always going to be involved. You're going to be texting and phoning, making sure they're okay, making the right decisions. If it's a work project or it's a business, maybe it's time to let it go, because there's something sitting in the background in this magic hat that needs to come forward for you, but a lot of your energy has been directed at this other project, something else that you've spent a lot of time really working hard for. The Indian cross sort of speaks as that as well. Actually, it's interesting though, if we look at the numbers that we've pulled here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is coming out of the top hat. This is like the eye of the needle to me. And within this eye of the needle are possibilities that you didn't even think were possible, that will be coming through. And then 3 is releasing the old. You see how that's working? That's really kind of neat, the way you got 1, 2, 3 like that. The synchronicity of that alone is pretty awesome. So this is like the eye of the needle, and there's something coming in for you. Keep your mind open. The possibilities are endless, is really what the Indian cross is speaking to you right now. And when a cycle ends, when a cycle completes, there's always a new cycle to come in behind that. So maybe you're feeling like maybe a cycle has come to a completion, and you're feeling like, I'm going to have so much time on my hands. I'm not going to feel like I'm really needed or wanted. I'm getting a sense it's like you've put so much energy into what this is that's more in the past, because it's coming to a completion. You've put so much of yourself into that it almost feels like part of you is leaving that. But there's a new part of you coming through in the Indian cross, which is going to be fed by this Ace of Coins energy. You're getting very supportive energy with this transition. So the horse he's so beautiful. He's just one of the best solid earth sign energies in the deck. I mean, if you think about a wild stallion, the way he can buck and run, and he's like, his feet are on springs when he needs to be, and he can just take off in a gallop within like a millisecond and then come to a screeching halt, right? Just boom, stop. Like, so that energy is so balanced. He can explode and then he can stop. He can watch and he can attack. He can flee, like he can do everything. He's really wonderful energy. And his third eye is lit up with this cycle. Whenever I see a moon symbol, to me it's a cycle change. So this is coming in, this energy is coming towards you, which is also very balancing energy. The angel of strength is here. I'm getting the message. Perhaps you don't think you have what's needed to do this new project or to take on this wonderful thing that's coming through the top hat. I'm getting the message, do what you can. Fake it till you make it, baby. That's sort of the other message I'm getting, because you've got this strength card behind you. So the universe is providing you with strength, because this is something that is downriver for you. Remember, there's a very good analogy about life, in that anything that is really meant for us is downriver. It's not upriver. It is one thing to work really hard on a project, but it's another thing to work so hard and you get no results over and over and over again. It's because you're swimming upriver. This is really not something that's meant for you. You need to let it go and start going downriver. And as you go downriver, you're in the flow now. You're in the flow, and all sorts of opportunities will come to you that are really meant for you. Oops, I bumped the camera. There we go. Okay, that was number 2. Hope you liked it. Leave a comment, let me know. All right, now we're going to go to the third one, Eris, which is war. What does the war card have for us? Oh, we have the 8 of Wands, the 3 of Coins. It's cute. I have a feeling that there's a lot of daddies watching this, because I'm getting a lot of these cards with the men and the little kids. Cute. And your untamed animal spirit is the golden egg. Ooh, something's hatching for you. Ooh, oh, that's interesting, actually. Okay. Your energy oracle card, which is your overlying energy for the week to come, is the door to personal healing and happiness. That's nice. Your shaman card is the hummingbird. I just need a drink of water here. Yes, water. This is most interesting. So the golden egg is a beautiful something coming to you from the universe. This is a spirit. This alchemical symbol is the spirit symbol in this deck. A beautiful egg is about to hatch into the three-dimensional world here. You see how this egg is sitting in a nest? This is very three-dimensional. It's coming to you as a gift from spirit now. This 3 of Coins card is it's a lot about, you know, working on a project just for the sake of the enjoyment of the project. I mean, you can see it is kind of fun, right? Like painting a wall is not a lot of fun. There's so much prep involved and hard work, and it's messy. But when you have someone as cute as this little girl here, like cheering you on, yeah, don't forget that little part up there, daddy or uncle, whoever, right? Like this is really, you have, so it feels like there's like this young, youthful energy that really is feeding you. It may not be an actual person, it may be a part inside yourself that feeds you, that keeps you going, that sort of cheers you on to do a project. Now this is also, this is talking about bounty in I don't know if fertility is the right word, a bounty in, let me get the right word. Where's the book here? Let's get the right word for this. I believe it's this card, so this, we're looking at coins. Okay. It's creating, okay, the best way to explain it, I don't want to say fertility because I'm not really getting that. I'm getting, it's almost like you've been sitting on the nest. You've been sitting on the nest, work, like, and that's diligent work. It can be tiring, but you've kept your spirits up and it's about to hatch. That's the best way to describe that. So you've been working on it in a sense, and maybe even just like thinking it out so much, or making a plan and writing it down, and then it's about to hatch. So it's coming, and it's going to come in pretty quick, because then we have this 8 of Wands. So this is good communication. This is, to me, desires coming through. With the 8 of Wands, it's supportive. There may be others involved in what it is that you would like to do or what you are seeking, and they're coming forward in a very positive energy with you on this as well. The door to personal healing and happiness speaks to me even more strongly that there is something inside of you that is hatching out, but there's definitely something coming to you in this three-dimensional world. So I feel that this little child is almost inside you, who's been cheering you on and trying to keep maybe a positive flow where there was some negativity. And it's working really well for you, because this door to personal happiness, it's not even like it's just starting to open, right? Like these doors are now wide open and saying, well, walk through. It's here for you. It's here for you right now to walk through personal happiness and healing. That's really great energy. And you know how I said that it seems like it's coming in very quickly? It feels like that with this hummingbird card too. Hummingbird is like so fast and so flighty, but hummingbird flies over the crap and goes right to that flower with the nectar. And so I feel whatever this egg is, when it does sort of hatch, this opportunity is something new that you're going to recognize it right away. And it's for you. The door is wide open, so go in and take it. And that was number 3. Thank you. Leave a comment. Let me know if that feels like it's resonating for you. And the last one, number 4, is Vulcan, Inventiveness. Your daily tarot is the 2 of coins. Oh, sorry, your gay tarot. Your second gay tarot is 2 of wands. You got 2 2s. I just got the phrase Jacob Tutu in the Hooded Fang. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. Your wild and tamed animal spirit is the owl. Your energy oracle card. So this is the card that is like the underlying overall energy around you for the following week. You may or may not be aware of. Oh, right then. It's a man holding a heart. So there's some masculine energy coming towards you with an offering of love. Your shaman oracle card is the owl. Oh, you have 2 owls. Actually, you have 2 owls and you have 2 2s. Ooh. Okay. Give me a second. This is pretty big. This is pretty neat. Ooh. You know, typically in tarot, 2s are often about like making a choice or not making a choice. Do I choose over this coin or that coin? You know, with the 2 of swords, too, the swords can be crossed and they're just not making the choice yet, but there's some kind of choice that needs to be made. I don't get that as much with this card, but it's still a possibility when you have 2 owls and this man holding a heart. So I won't discount it, but the strongest message that I'm getting about this is both of these people are in sort of a very calm, I want to say low energy atmosphere. They're in a low energy cycle. Like this person, it looks like is doing Tai Chi, which is very, you know, into the self, working on the self, and the rest around is not really part of the project, part of the observation. And this person has done quite a bit of work with this garden, but now they just stand and rest, almost as if, well, what's next? You know, maybe they've already planted the seeds and now we just wait. So both of these energies, I don't want to say stagnant because they were productive energies with what they're doing, but it's a pause. It's definitely a pause. Now, Owl's interesting. Owl is a very knowing and watching energy. And you have 2 here. And they're different looking owls. I don't know what this owl is. It looks... To me, if it had, like, if its ears were up, the little ears, it would be like a great horned owl, just the coloration. This one is definitely a barn owl. Barn owl is pretty interesting. Now, you can look this up. I've seen this, I saw this on a science program. So they were trying to understand the feathers of different birds. So they would release a bird in this controlled situation, and they had microphones all along the entire flight path, and they released the barn owl. Do you know that there was absolutely no sound detected? There was nothing was detected in the flight feathers of this barn owl, whether it was actually flapping the wings or just gliding in. There was no sound. I was like, how is that possible? They had like the best technology to pick up any sort of sound. They had computers, graphs that would flicker if there was nothing. It was completely dead. So this owl not only really knows and sees, but it comes in, you don't know it's coming. Like, you do not know that this owl is coming in. And it's interesting because to me, this is kind of like, you know, if Mousy or someone has been picking at the seeds, sitting there eating them quietly. Oh, God, owl has got you. And I'm not sure if this is pertaining to this man holding a heart. If it is, I don't think you're aware of this energy, but it has been watching you. It's definitely been watching you. There may be two. There definitely may be two, because these two owls are very different. This owl is very different. This one's a little more ornate. Oh, the eyes of this one are very entrancing, aren't they? Very entrancing eyes. This one's watching you, and it's not, to me, it's not, maybe it's sitting in the shadows watching. It's just sitting quietly watching, but I think you might be aware that this one is watching. This one is definitely watching you. One of them's coming forward. One of them is going to swoop in. And it's going to change your energy dramatically, I would imagine. Because the mouse all of a sudden starts running, or just gets picked up and carried away. But yeah, watch out for this one. This one I think you know about, but it's this second one, which is why I think we're getting like the doubles, like, hello, universe is saying there's actually two energies here. And the other one is going to surprise you big time. It's going to surprise, you know what? I'm getting the message that it's going to surprise you big time, because I don't think you had any idea that this person was gay. I think that's the surprise there. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. Thank you guys for coming in, guys and gals, and all the in between. And until next week, take care of yourselves, be gentle with yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Bye.